So, Coding Blocks had our first game jam January 21st to 24th in 2021. And we got 46 amazing games, super creative, just really cool, really fun, really neat stuff. And I want to dig into all of them. And I'm starting with the winners. So, the game jam had a round of voting after it finished, and we got 678 ratings from people that submitted the game, which is really cool. So we didn't have any sort of public voting or anything. It was only people that submitted one of these 46 games that could vote. And when the winners were chosen, you can see that the scores are here showing on my screen. So I wanted to play through, let's say, the top 5 in overall, fun, creativity, and quirk. Those are the categories kind of picked. And tell you what I like about those games, just for fun. And then eventually we'll get to playing through all the games, so that's going to take a little bit. So first, let's start with Heartbreak by Ryan Arata. And this game is really cool. You can just tell just from the background here that it's got a great art style and some enticing graphics, and just makes you want to know what the game is all about. It's done in Unity, so I'm able to play it in the browser. In fact, no surprise, all the games that scored really well were released for browser. So I'm going to let's enter to start here and get the cool ragtime music. I'm probably not going to finish the game. I don't want to spoil or anything. I'm going to get A and D to walk, which feels good. There's a little bit of gravity and a kind of inertia to the character. Even how the instructions are relayed to the player is really good. So if you played it before, then it's not intrusive. You don't have to do a big annoying tutorial stage. We got foreground, background. Everything's red, red, red. You can we can talk to characters that say funny little things. Sad to see we've got some broken hearts here that need fixing, and we've got to go avoid the Bleeding Heart Gang and collect the pieces of the hearts. So let's go help them out. Alright, and the way we do that is we basically run around. This animation just cracks me up. And we avoid the Broken Heart Gang. And we talk to the people. And more often than not, people will have some sort of cheesy heart pun. And so part of the fun of the game is just collecting the items, which feels good and satisfying. You count up here, and then you get to hear these goofy little things, all in vain. Yeah, so it just made it fun.
Hello.
And the jumps eventually do get to be sort of kind of tough, but nothing ever too tough. And you start back pretty close to where you left off. So there's never a point in time where I got frustrated or had to replay large swaths. So I think I made it so it's pretty easy for anyone to play through the whole game, which I think is really important for a game jam game. So, I mean, this game is just put together super well. Everything about it is done really well. It just feels good as a player. And there's some challenging parts, and it made it so things felt rewarding when you finally got through it. So, check this out. Ooh. No. Yeah, everything about it just felt really good. So, no spoilers. So you want to see what happens in the end, and when you defeat the Broken Hearted Gang? I forget the name of the gang now. Yeah, you gotta play through to get to the end there. Ah! And I died, so you can see that I will start back not too far away at all. So that was number 1 overall, Heartbreak by Ryan Arata. And if you take a look at his profile, you can see he's got several games. I haven't played any of these yet, but just two games, and I haven't played either of these. But I'm sure if they're half as good as Heartbreak, then they'll be worth it. All right, number 2 is Dead Broke, and this is another one that's just super polished all around it, and it's kind of based on like Hotline Miami. If you've ever seen that game, when I say based on, I really like the movement and mechanics. So it's arrow keys. So we've got a gun, and we can kill people with a gun, or we can kind of avoid them. In this case, I'm going to kill them. It kind of feels a little bad. Like, I feel bad for killing them. And we get one bullet in the gun, and we can also throw the gun like that in order to kill the person. And that's it. The game, again, does a really good job of messaging to the user, which the player. So that's something that I definitely wish I would have done more better in my game. And it just makes it feel like you're interacting with the game, not just kind of playing through it. Alright. So now, this kind of first level does a really good job of just teaching the basic mechanics. The lights are out, they can't see you. You can shoot once, and then you can throw the gun. And so as you go along here, you will, ooh, this is tough. The levels get harder and harder, and a story will start to evolve. I like how the game lets you know you don't have to overthink things, you can just kind of go for it. In this case, I'm not able to walk past the guard, so imagine this is a game letting me know that it's okay, there's no consequences to doing that. And so you can imagine with there only being one shot and then throwing the gun, there's going to be some puzzly type elements that come up. And this game also has a really satisfying ending. I see that there's some more of that communication, kind of letting you know what's expected of you. And yeah. So floor after floor, and it does have a good ending. And I think that's really important for an indie game too. Like if someone can play through, spend a few minutes, and get to some sort of satisfying ending, then I think that's really important. And it's important to remember too that people playing these games aren't going to play for more than probably a few minutes, especially if there's like 46 minutes to get through. And so if someone isn't having fun with your game, or they're not sure that there's going to be some sort of payoff for the effort they're putting in, then they're not going to play your game. I think that's what we all kind of want in a game jam, is someone to play our game. So alright. Well, like we did the last game, let's go check out Argenerator. It's got some cool games here. Game where you must defeat the other thumbs. That's pretty funny. The animation, like the actual thumbs, look cool there. Let's check that out some other time. Super Mario, also funny. Oh, cool. We got some Twitter handles, so make sure I'll have links to all these games down in the videos as well. This level, I remember all these games so fondly. It's always hard to kind of pick favorites, but I'm very happy with the favorites that were picked. So this game, hit tab for a little hint there. But for the most part, I think there's only one level where I actually needed the help. And here you can kind of explore and realize you're kind of stuck here, so we're going to hit this button. And I should have said at the top, the theme here was everything is broken. So here we've got a timer counting up, kind of gives us an incentive to hurry up. And we enter, and hey, we're in the same level. Well, this time, I jump up there. Oh, hey, look at that. There's something wrong with the game here where I'm not able to jump on the on the platform here. So I don't remember what to do here. Maybe there's something else I can hop on. Let's see. The funny thing is, I'm going to use the tab here, broken wall. Hey, that was pretty cool. So with this broken wall, hey, look at that. Alright, so every level basically you can kind of imagine there's going to be something. Oh, look at that. I'm not on the ground. That's weird. I'm a few pixels too high. You hear the music's glitching out a little bit too. And it adds to that broken feel, which is really neat. So So just a little too high. Let's see what's up here. Oh, I can't move left or right here. We can see we've got some question marks. So every level, it kind of feels a little flirty. Where, oh, there we go. There's some little puzzle to solve every time. And so even though, you know, the level was kind of essentially designed once, by changing the game and changing the rules of the game, it makes it feel very fresh while also not feeling overwhelming. So this is really cool. So there we go. So in my case, V is the jump button. And there we go. I forgot where the right button was now. It's funny. Anyway, ah! Oh, we don't know how to exit either, huh? Oh, hey. Alright, so, broken platform. Hey, look at that. Alright, so, I hope you can get the gist of the game. It does some really cool stuff later on, like these are just beginning levels, and, you know, none of these games take a terribly long time to play through. See, I've been playing this one for 3 minutes. Some really cool stuff happens with perspective in the camera and stuff that's way over my head in Unity, which is all really cool, so we gotta check it out. So big thank you to Tristeratos for that, and we can see that Tristeratos has the most games of anyone up on here on itch. Research of WoW Interruption and Demolition. Rewind. I like the Game Boy look and feel here. It's cool. Yeah, so very much for that. That was awesome. Alright, here, this is a game I know very well. So this one, I think of all games, probably fit the theme the most. And I kind of don't want to give you too many spoilers on that, other than to say, as you go along through this tower, working your way to the top, you essentially break it down. So as you're moving up, you are constantly kind of making the situation worse. If you stay too long in any one spot, you'll fall through the floor, which costs you a heart, and also you're in danger of falling again. For example, if you fall in a hole that you made, so if I were to fall through here again, I'm going to lose the game. So we don't want to do that. So the breaking floor gives you an incentive to kind of move fast, to put some pressure on you, and it never gets to be too much, which I think is really good. It's just enough to make sure that you plan your route and kind of makes you feel a little nervous about climbing, so it really makes you feel like you're climbing the tower. And of course, in addition to you breaking the tower, it's already pretty much in bad shape. So I feel like the environment setting is broken, and you're making it worse. And then this is another game that has a really cool ending. Collect the keys, and so I definitely recommend playing this one all the way to the end. And there's some spots that are tough. There's parts where you end up having to fall through the floor essentially to make things happen, and that can be scary because you have to kind of remember a little bit about the floor before. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to play, and I'm just gonna kind of jump off here, and there we go. I get so nervous playing through the game because the ability to just fall through multiple floors is just makes you really nervous. And anyway, it's just funny to see how it animates, and even the death there, something about it just makes me laugh. So congratulations! Ooh, I didn't mean to follow. I didn't know I could follow. So I'm gonna go back and follow everybody else. I actually just wanted to go view dylanjaide. See what else you've done. Hey, so first one there, which is really cool. We got a couple other different people that they've got the same names, so who knows? But yeah, it was really cool. So I'm a big fan. All right, so unfinished game. This one cracked me up, and I feel like it was leading up to something really cool. So I'm gonna remember to follow. So we're going along here, and we got some really cool background in the beginning. Got this kind of pixelated night. It's not really sure what to do. So the game does a really good job of kind of Let's move along. And this game in particular has kind of like a screen a little bit better. Here we go. Has like a Metrovania type feel to it, where you kind of unlock powers in order to get to the next thing. And I do have to shrink my screen a little bit here, I think. Let's try that again. Alright. So yeah, the background looks cool and super hi-fi, and it kind of clashes with the pixelated character too, which contributes to the feeling of brokenness. And even the pixels here, like whether it's the eyes or the kind of the sockets, it just feels jagged, which I like. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's an unfinished game. How are we supposed to get to the next level now? We're glitching out. It's a really cool glitch effect that lets you know that even though some things look janky, that there's a level of polish here that's just waiting to be discovered. So hey, we can jump now. And we can climb on walls, which is really cool. So the game does a good job of teaching us how to use these abilities by giving us a chance to use them. So we got some scary jumps here. So I hope you're seeing a theme here where like every game so far that we've looked at did a really good job of teaching the player and kind of onboarding you. So here we go, and we grab a new ability, and this one is my favorite. I'll show you. It mentions that the some of the values in the game are not fine-tuned. So if we come up here, and I think it was E. Oop, no, I forget what the button was. Oh, there we go. The button is left shift. So when I jump and whoa, zip really far. So that's I just thought it was really fun to have a dash mechanic that like made you zip so far. So in that case, I pretty much shot across the whole screen. And so this is the level that I first got to that was actually, I thought, really hard. And if you look in the background here, you'll kind of see that the knight, like the character that you're playing, is reflected here in the background, which is really interesting. So that was cool. So yeah, you can see that that dash is really scary, and that how it zips you, and it's that brokenness. But in most of the other games we've seen so far, the brokenness kind of acts to slow you down, except for the tower game that uses brokenness to kind of encourage you to keep moving. In this sense, in this game, the brokenness of the dash encourages you to, play carefully by going fast. And so I just thought it was kind of interesting that most of the games that featured some sort of brokenness usually dealt with slowing down the character. In this case, it actually speeds you up. So in this case, we actually beat the game. So hopefully we'll see some more games here from Temboard. And some more out of this game. Hey, we can see. That's cool. See, the knight is maybe a recurring character and some of his stuff, and so now we can see maybe the yellow around the eyes makes a little bit more sense with this character from another game. That's cool. I didn't know that. Congratulations, Temboard. And I think it was that 4 or 5. All right, so it was 5. So let's go over to the fun category, and you're going to see a lot of repeats here. So we're going to skip those. So Dead Broke, remember that one. Scaling Perpetua. Attack on Aldaria is a new one from Cakestorm. And this one, if I recall, has excellent music, which you can turn down. It's a little loud for me. All right. Okay. A cool beginning. I forgot about this. So the deal here is that we've got some towers, but towers break down. So let's see here. There we go. We'll go ahead and place some towers in places that I think they'll be able to hit multiple at once. And the breakdown mechanic ends up being really cool because in tower defense games you're used to doing a lot of building. And so it's kind of funny to see something break through your lines and you kind of feel your front lines, and you feel okay about it because you've got some good defenders that will be able to take care of in the back, and then you realize that one of those is down, or something you've been counting on as being available suddenly breaks down, and while you're going and fixing that and scrambling, then your front line is breaking down. So I haven't had anything break yet. I'm doing pretty good here. Oh, there we go. So I can do that, and it does cost some money. So you got to kind of balance between building new towers and fixing up the old ones. And what it means is you never want to spend all your money. So it had a really cool impact on the game too. So you always want to leave a little bit left over so you can fix up towers that you're relying on. So yeah, this game is really enjoyable. And there is a cool thing that happens eventually. I don't know if I'm going to get there before this video is up. But hopefully you're getting the gist of it here. Unfortunately, the author didn't get to adding on the towers. I think they were planned, but just didn't get there. But I'm curious to see what they were thinking with that. If they had anything that kind of played into the theme. Well, I'm doing pretty good here. Don't worry, it gets harder though. You can also delete towers. Alright, I had 3 that break down. Ooh, we're breaking down more often. I'm curious as to what tells them to break down. Like, obviously, it's not just shots fired. Sometimes we see things that have never shot will break down, and sometimes it'll be ones right in the middle. The animations all look really nice. The way these turrets move and track the enemies is all really satisfying. Oh, we actually see missed on that one. I don't know if the game intended for them to miss, but ooh. Still feels good. Oh, the rate of my stuff breaking down, has definitely increased. There we go. So the X is for repairing. Oh boy. Ooh, yeah, this is getting a little hectic. Ooh, I'm out of money. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Alright, so I'm just gonna play this game for the rest of the video. Can't resist. But this is a problem. Yeah, it's I like how you have to make interesting decisions around like which towers to heal first. In this case, I've got many that are down, and I made some bad choices here. So I'm doing too much yakking, but it just makes for a really fun game. Let's go see Volt Knight. That sounds really interesting. Fairly standard little Metroidvania. It's pretty funny. I would consider Metroidvania to be very ambitious. I like the art style here too. Also a lot of games. Alright, so we've got a new winner on most games. Water tree by jumping it. Oh, a lot of fun, I dig it. Alright. And let's see where we at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the rest were all items that we've seen so far, so let's go ahead and check creativity. Hey, Heartbreak again. No thing is broken. Oh yeah. So this game maybe wins the award for cutest main character. We've got an owl here created by Jonas, and I think Jonas said that he had created the owl at another point in time for another game. Oh, try again. One more time. So you can tell already the game is kind of flirting with the player and just being fun. We've got this really cool, cute owl that I mentioned. The background, make this so it shows up. We got this cool particle effect on the characters. And as you play the game, you kind of waddle through the levels as this owl. It starts with the levels being kind of nice to you, calling you a little friend, taking care of you, and kind of over time starts kind of warning you off. Look, I pushed through the letters, and kind of encouraging you to stop moving forward. This, I've seen that in like I can't remember the game. It's called Portal. Is obviously a big one that was kind of had the thing where the main character was kind of encouraging you and then very quickly, the adversary turning on you. The Stanley Parable is the game I was thinking of. There's also a game I heard about recently called There Is No Game. It's kind of like adversarial relationship player that's feels like a frenemy. So we got a star coming up here, and I'm going to try and collect. So here is one. Jumping feels very good. Yay! 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel like my score is like negative 45,000. I remember later coming up there's a star that actually you can't collect. I think maybe I died, I'm not sure. Somehow I started over here. I think that might have been one of the glitches that is intended here. So yeah, if you keep going though, some cool stuff happens. I think this is actually acknowledging that we have seen this before. There we go. Yeah, so we got a little loop there. And yeah, I mean, it's just fun to read the messages, so you can kind of think of it as like a walking simulator in that sense. And yeah, it's just fun. So you gotta go play through, see what happens at the end. Also, look at that little owl butt. It's super cute. Alright. And this is a lot of fun too. It just feels good. So let's see what you got, Jonas. Hey! Interactive fiction. I dig it. Alright. And hey, all these, the authors you can get to from this results page. You can see other games. You can play all these games there as well. So never pre-order games. This one maybe has some has been influenced by some recent events. Cyberpunk was still very much in the news when this game came out, and so I really liked what Random Villain did here with kind of recreating a desktop computer and having that be a part of the game experience. So you go out to Doodle Drone, you pick up your Hyperfunk 357, and it's from the makers of Pitcher 53. It was a little bit like Witcher 3. You pre-order the game, and finally get it, and we have two interesting buttons. One is to play the game, the other one is to uninstall all patches. Well, let's go in here and play, and I can't seem to move. Oh, are you bleeping kidding me? Movement doesn't work. So we're getting meta here. You are frustrated that you can't play the game. So we're going to hit this big red X here. And hey, we see we're able to install patch 1. We get this interesting message here letting us know that other patches will be removed. And we'll play the game again. Okay, now we can move around. Oh, hey, look at that. I was able to walk through walls. Oh, okay, I can walk through rivers too. So that's interesting. Got a graveyard up here. Gravestone. Apparently I can just walk through whatever. So let's see. Hey, what's this? Okay, we've got some sort of other character here, but I can't seem to interact. So, I keep forgetting that I'm supposed to be talking about the actual game stuff here. So it's really cool that this game flow of kind of getting to a part you're stuck on, instead of pushing through or trying to be clever, trying to find something in game to get you through, examining what you have at your options. Your main course of action as a player in Human World is to exit and go see if there's another patch and help you get further in the game. So that's really cool. So now, hey, kill main bad guy in the kingdom. Bring me his head and I'll go. Okay. So I'll do that. I talk to the king, but now I can't walk through walls. Okay, so there is something really cool about this game. In that, I can go and check this out. I can't walk through the wall, right? I get stuck. I can go and I can go install patch 1 and play and get through the wall again. So remember that message that we had there up at the beginning that, oh, looks like we can't go through lava. You can go through the ground. that mentioned, whoa, that I just got killed. That you can uninstall. Installing a patch uninstalls the other ones, so that lets you do some cool things. Like if you need to talk to the king, you can install that patch. If you need to walk through a wall, you can install this patch. If you need to fight, there's another patch that I think has just become available. So let's go try that out, and we'll try taking on those mobs. And you'll notice too that when you install the patch, you actually start back where you were. So you don't start the game at the beginning. You're continuing your save game. And now I can strike. All right, there we go. So if we come up here a little bit, the game does a good job of kind of training you to think that way. So we get to a spot here where we've got something that we can't cross. And so it kind of teaches you that you need to go back and install this patch in order to, oh no, it's a big bad guy, cross the chasm. And we need our sword back, so I'm going to put patch 3 back on and see if I can take him. Ah, he melted me. All right. So at this point, there's another patch that is pretty cool. Hey, look, we can stealth. So I'll leave beating the actual game as an exercise for you, dear watcher. But this is just really cool. I've never seen a game that did anything like that. Walking out the computer, everything was just really cool. And a whole little operating system here. You can actually uninstall all the patches. You can go look for your refund of Hyperfunk 357 on cream.com, the game store. So, yeah, all really cool. So, Random Villain has made several games, and I bet that they're all amazing. 2D horror game, all right. Yeah, so I bet those are all really, really awesome, and available on Twitter as well. All right, so where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've seen all of these on the creativity category, and now we're on the quirk. And 5. So at this point, we've played all 5 main categories. The top 5 and all of 5 main categories. Sorry, I'm so distracted by the picture for this, which is a very interesting game. So I'm going to stop here, though, because I want to be fair. Although, trust me, it's very tempting to show you this one. But don't let that image scare you too much. It's a fun game. It's a weird game. I love it. So, yeah. So I'll have links in the description for the video. And thanks for checking out this video and checking out some of these games. Go give those people a follow on itch or on Twitter or wherever good people are found. And stay tuned for future videos about games, including this one. All right, I'll catch you later.